Hello and welcome to Big Brother's Moose in the Hoose. To all of those of you that said we were just a pair of drunken cunts, this is the episode for you.
Now, I'm Lindsay.
This is James.
And James, I want to congratulate you.
Oh yeah? Why?
I heard you won HOH this week.
Oh yeah.
What did you have to do for it?
I had to read out this card that someone called Ted gave me, and I had to, even though there was no one around me, I had to read it out loud. And it was like, on the one hand, shall I put up so and so for X reason, or on the other hand, I could put up so and so for Y reason, and that was it.
And it says that it's Canada's HOH,
Right.
but I just voted for Kenny and Andrew. So what do you think about that?
Oh yeah,
it's a loophole.
You're in Alaska, aren't you? So
it's a loophole. And not only did I vote for them once, I voted for them thrice. So fuck you, Canada.
I voted for Arlie and Sabrina.
What's the point? No one's going to evict Arlie.
Exactly. Everyone's going to put up Kenny and Andrew, aren't they?
No, Sabrina is hot favourite.
Kidding me.
She's a cow. Everyone hates her. Sad face don't work on podcasts.
Oh, soz.
What have you got in your H room? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I've got Sheryl Crow CDs. I've got
Divergent soundtrack.
Yeah, Divergent soundtrack. I've got Twistos.
What have you got a picture of?
Twistos.
Just a picture of myself.
Alfresco.
Picture of myself flexing
I've got
my
letters
muscles.
from myself, pictures from myself, letters from my beard, everything.
The one good thing about that task was we didn't have to hear the letters from home, so that was a blessed relief.
I fucking hate letters from home.
You're like Peter.
I burn them and shred them.
But what if it was from me?
Babe, you got to think about the game. I'm doing what's best for my game.
Strategy, fair enough. But what if you have to snog someone in there for your strategy?
Babe, I'm doing it for my game.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So we're talking about episodes 9 and 10. And don't worry, we'll be brief on 9 because it's all out of date, to be honest. So Ika was flailing around trying to save her ass. Do you think she did a reasonable job? Or not? Well, up to the letters from home section. She was kind of strategising with Kenny. She was trying to persuade him to keep her, but he wasn't. He was going, oh, well, you've raised some good points. I'll take that on board. They always do that bit. It's just bullshit, isn't it?
The whole thing just seemed like funny to me, to be honest with you. But
why?
It just did. It just seemed like
sexist.
Production told Ika to, speak to this person. Obviously, Heather's not going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was like that flim flam section, but kind of like a different format to it. And then with that task they give her about the letters from home, the whole thing was just so. Yeah,
but it wasn't necessarily for her. It was whoever got that question right about the balls.
Oh, and it just.
Oh, you think it was a fix? Oh yeah, how can they prove how many balls?
1,000 what and what?
Yeah, that's true.
Come.
But before Ika even got put up as a backdoor option. What?
Don't mention backdooring.
Oh yeah, Alison and Andrew were in bed, and she said, "Reassure me that you're not going to put me up." And he said he would use the veto on her. Do you think he was lying? He said he wasn't. You can't remember.
No, he was just going to throw it.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
He didn't even get picked anyway, so
exactly.
It's pointless. Rochelle was getting on my nerves. She's got no brain. She just does everything Sabrina tells her.
Was she getting on your last nerve or an other nerve?
No, I'll save my last nerve for Andrew. So the veto competition was like this neon sort of lacrosse.
Oh, like Tron. It was like Tron.
Yeah, like lacrosse. What is lacrosse? Is that something?
It's like there's rackets, but it's like a net. It's like hockey meets tennis.
I think I've only heard of people playing that in like an Enid Blyton novel.
Yeah, it's for posh kids, but I think in Canada it's like, it's like a normal sport to do. In this country it's...
How come John weren't no good at it, even though he's meant to be a hockey player?
Is he throwing it, or is he just thick as pig shit, or...
Also, he looks fat. How can he be a hockey player and he looks fat?
How can he be on heroin and be fat? I don't get it.
Just ask Phil Mitchell. Oh no, that was crap.
He's playing a slippery game there.
And then Neda said to him, oh, you got skinny legs? And he said, oh, what does that mean? I.e., the rest of you's fat. Poor thing. And his dark circles.
And then she had to overcompensate and go, oh, you've got a nice tummy or something like that. Yeah.
Did you think Sabrina looked nice in her shorts for the veto task? Sorry, that's unnecessary. Oh yeah, so it was one of those ones, we've all been there, so original, the task team, where they have to pick...
Never seen before in any Big Brother, ever.
When they go out, they have to pick a bag and then whoever comes out next can take that item off them. So whoever goes last picks a veto. But
except
Heather never chose the veto because she thought Kenny and Sarah were going to take it off her, which they would have if she'd got it actually.
Yeah, of course.
And then Alison won the veto, which was quite a shock. I was glad Alison won though, although I don't know why. I don't really like her, but
well, it shows they're open to her for one thing, and also that they didn't want to be seen to be playing, a hard game.
Yeah, I suppose so. And Rochelle has to wear a hot dog outfit.
What do you reckon? Unitard, humilitard,
well,
banana suit. Which is worse?
Hippie-tard.
Oh yeah, Have we done humilitard?
Yeah. Jordan had the humilitard.
Bet Jeff didn't take that well.
Jeff didn't take it lying down.
Oh, bet it was right down that dollar store.
He knows. Anyway.
You know.
So Sarah actually won the veto theoretically, but she didn't. She let Alison keep it. And Kenny won $18.35p. Lovely. And John had to have a pool party on his own. That didn't look like much of a party to me. There was no drinks.
He was going in the pool of his own free will when he woke up and thought, he dreamt that he'd heard the alarm. So,
what do you think about the way he rolled into that pool?
It reminds me of one of my cats when they're just like walking across the floor and they just like slump like halfway across like they've lost the will to live.
Considering he hurt his shoulder, he shouldn't really be slumping into the pool
I think
like
that shoulder's healed up,
He's so tired anyway, and then he has to get up at 4 a.m. That ain't right. Poor sod.
With bags under your eyes like that, you need all the sleep you can get.
Poor thing. Heather had to wear some stupid outfit, but it didn't even look that weird.
I heard he's been on the gear for 3 years, and 5 years after that on a methadone program. Have you heard that? I heard it. But...
And an old friend came back into the house. No, not Talla.
Oh.
It was Marsha.
Oh.
Hey, Peter. Now, I was very displeased that the person chosen to speak to Marsha was Arlie, because he's a dickhead. But Marsha did do quite a good takedown of him.
But Peter was the biggest dickhead of last season, and
but I liked
that
Peter.
was Marsha's favourite, so...
But I liked Peter.
Well, you're going to have to get used to the new regime.
What
about when the other one? What's the other one called? Marge.
She did mention Marge. I thought Marsha had like a little wig on, but apparently
it was actually a fascinator.
Fascinating.
What is a fascinator?
It's like a thing that posh people wear to weddings on like the side of their head.
I've only ever seen it on Lauren Herries on Our Big Brother. Anyone else?
Dame
Barbara
just like
Cartland
grandmas who wear them. The first thing Marsha said was to Arlie was go shave your head, which was good. You were saying his hair was pissing you off.
Oh, it's getting on my wick.
And then she said, "You're welcome, Canada," which was quite funny. So she set Arlie a task where he had to tell everyone one harsh truth. That was actually quite a good task.
It was good, but he kept saying the same thing.
They always do that.
They should have written it for him.
They always do that.
But at least with our Tree of Temptation, he'll say, "Look, go up to so-and-so and say you're a fat old cunt" or something. But the funny thing was, when he said whatever, definitely with Andrew and also Kenny, was it? I feel like you're treating me like shit. They both like completely like bent over backwards, like, oh shit.
It was blatantly just stuff he wanted to say to people, and he actually got the chance. And then Kenny started crying, so he obviously had a guilty conscience.
He's a cry merchant.
What were you going to say?
I think he's on the board at Cryware or something.
He's a baby. And then Marsha said it wouldn't be that hard to tell them harsh truths, as these people are horrible, which was very astute. And then, so Arlie told Alison she put on weight. That was quite funny. He told Johnny stank.
He didn't argue.
He didn't. He was just like laughing.
It was only Alison that was upset, really.
Everyone took it quite well. And then he said Ika looked like she had the devil inside, which is a bit much. And then when he come back to Marsha, he was all excited that he passed the task. He was like dancing around, and Marsha said, "Don't hurt yourself," which is quite funny. And then she said, "Don't tell Peter." It was nice to see the little nod to Peter there, I thought.
It does bring into play though Arlie's state of health, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we all know John's shit at task, but Arlie, he don't seem too healthy to me.
Oh, he's the one. He keeps trying it though.
Yeah, but is he a secret power player?
No, he's a wazzock.
It's just a div hole, isn't he?
Yeah. Then the doorbell rang, and they got a lovely surprise.
Oh, who was it?
Talla obviously hadn't left since last week. She said she wanted to go in the Big Brother house.
She had the same shoes on.
Yeah, she did actually. She walked backwards down the stairs. I think she did that before. Weird. Did you not notice that?
I did notice it, but I thought it was strategy because of her shoes. But
Oh,
now
it
you say it, maybe
been.
it's that devil inside.
She's just showboating. So she come in and she bought him a Chinese. I wanted her to go, "Oh, you're arseholes, up your game," but I don't think she did. Arlie took his clothes off again. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, what's with that? He like dry humped.
Oh yeah,
Ika, albeit without his clothes on. So is that dry? I don't know.
And then Ika was talking to Sabrina, and she said, "Oh, she's balling off her ugly ass makeup," which I thought was quite nice. And Ika was worried about being blindsided, but it's not a blindside if you know about it, is it?
No, especially if they give you a leaving speech opportunity like they did. So
it's like half an eye open side. And then Hot Dog come out and was sat there. I wanted.
Are you officially calling her Hot Dog
Yeah, let's
now?
just call her Hot Dog for now, or we could call her Wiener. Let's call her Hot Dog.
Yeah.
So Hot Dog was sat out there, and I wanted her to push her in the pool, but she didn't. And then Sabrina goes to Rochelle. "You did very good," like right in front of Ika's face. That bitch is fucking shrewd.
They're plotting a devious game and no mistake.
And then they said she's crying her brains out. I'm not sure who that was about. And Adele said the back door is the worst, and we know what he really means by that.
Now,
what
is he a confirmed homophobe or?
Well, he said faggot. You decide.
Okay, he is.
I'm giving him one more chance because I hate everyone else more.
In our country, he would win this show instantly, and they just edit out all those homophobic bits, and that'd be the end of the matter.
And that's true. But that's rubbish. That's why we ain't got live feed, because they want to cut out bits like that. So that's a bad thing. And then when Rochelle nominated Ika, she said, "I love you so much as a human being." Did you believe those words?
No, she's been a right arsehole the whole time.
Hot Dog. The girls really are cannibalising themselves. And the first 5, you can do all the hand singles you want, but the first 3 out of that first 5, I know there's only 2, will be Sarah and Sabrina.
Why are they all doing Kenny and Andrew's bidding when they're not even doing anything themselves?
I don't know.
They're just a whole bunch of talk. They're a whole bunch of Who Shot John even.
But it's a shame because no girls' alliance has ever held up or will ever work, and it just gives people an excuse to say, "Oh, girls are too bitchy, girls this, girls that." But it's actually true.
You know whose game I'm liking though at the moment? Mum's.
Do you like her now?
Yeah, I do like her.
What are you saying it like that for?
I don't know why I'm saying it in that exact tone, but at first I didn't like her. I don't like this mum card, but I like her game. She's a hard gamer.
She is quite shrewd when she was hiding behind that washing machine.
And when she lost the letter from... Most mums would fall apart about the letter from home. You'd never hear the end of it for
she
weeks.
was
and
howling about it.
No, she was
but
gaming.
then she stopped, and then she was like, "Oh,
she was
blah,
like
blah,
fair
blah."
dues.
I didn't get that though. I didn't get why she was saying that.
I don't know. I smelt Ted's hand in that episode quite strongly.
No shit. Hold on, we'll get to that anyway. So, Ika wrapped up with Rochelle's got a flat arse and Sabrina's a Kim Kardashian wannabe. You can't really argue with that.
No, you cannot.
So then we're on to episode 10. Did you like what Arissa was wearing this week?
Oh, yeah, it was a great homage to Simon Le Bon.
So she's got on leather trousers,
jeggings.
Yeah, a like long white jacket.
Yeah.
She's on like a floaty sort of top as well.
I think the jacket distracted me from pretty much everything
shoulder
else that
pads.
was going on.
I think she had shoulder pads.
You were saying it's cruel to have a show called Sideshow when the presenter looks like Sideshow Bob.
That's not my... Well, the sideshow bit was, but Sideshow Bob, I didn't invent that. But it's obvious, isn't it? It's not good to have hair that big.
No.
Oh.
No, it's never good.
Is that racist?
No, only if you ask if it's racist after you say it.
See, me and Adele both get a pass.
What you gonna do, girl?
Me and Adele both get a pass. Flip your matches over. Heather said karma's a bitch. Do you believe that?
I've heard it in every single Big Brother ever, so it must be true.
If karma's a boomerang, I'll see you next week.
Sorry, I can't quite hear you. Can you repeat that, please?
That joke is literally lost on everyone. We might as well just... What?
Who was that guy?
It was Will in Big Brother US.
And what did he...
When someone walked out the door, he said, "If karma's a boomerang, I'll see you next week." And they went...
Wasn't he walked out, I think?
Oh, yeah. And they went, "What?" And then he had
totally killed the whole thing.
He had to
So
say
if anyone digs you out on Big Brother, just go, "What? What did you just say?" And that's it.
And that's
you win.
it. Destroyed. That's true,
You have
actually.
been plotting a devious game. Sorry, I can't make up what you're saying.
Then Oh, Adele was being quite supportive to Ika. Adele loves to back a fucking losing horse, doesn't he? Jesus.
Not much.
The way he just cuddles Ika and he don't give a shit what anyone thinks.
He has no game from the off, though,
Does
he?
his own vote. No one even seems to hold it against him. It's weird, isn't it?
At least one thing, he ain't no sheep.
I'll tell you something, he ain't going to be up this week either. No way.
And he's got his diamond pair of...
fakery.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
And then, what else? Oh yeah, Sabrina was crying to John, and John was moaning about her waterworks. And Sabrina the witch, Adele said about her. Do you think that was funny?
No, not really.
You, oh no, we might save that for our title. Oh, and someone said that Sabrina was a big brother snitch, moving from crew to crew. Now, what does that remind you of? It reminds you of who was going from group to group mixing. It was Julie Goodyear accused Colleen Nolan of it, I think. So we've seen that before. Oh yeah, then we got to Sarah hiding behind the washing machine talking to Kenny.
That reminded me of Rachel's cry in the hedge.
It reminded me of Frankie Dettori hiding under that kitchen worktop. Classic. And he was invisible. Now, double dipping. Sabrina was accused of double dipping. Now, I thought double dipping was when you... Is it?
Yeah, it is that.
What?
Well, when you...
What?
Well...
Shall I say what I think it is?
It's a bit...
Is it... Well, I've got two things. Is it...
Oh, yeah, go on.
Oh.
Well, one's obvious,
God,
isn't
this
it?
ain't good. What's your... You say it first.
Why are you making me talk, Chris? You dig your own
Isn't
hole.
it when you fuck someone in the vagina and then the arse?
Yeah, well, it could be a different sequence, but...
You'd want to do it that way around for health reasons.
I don't know.
What's the other one?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it might just be like, see if we're two guys, right? That both get a go. Double dipping, right?
I don't know.
Either way, what are they saying she's doing? It ain't that, surely.
She's, playing both sides.
I don't like that expression, double dipping. It's like sloppy seconds.
What would the Big Brother equivalent of sloppy seconds be? I know, it'd be living off someone else's coattails, wouldn't it?
Oh, this is going wrong. What have I written here? 15 cracks. I know. Oh, cracks in the first 5 alliance. There you go.
15?
No, first 5.
Oh.
First 5. Do the hand signal, everyone. Do the hand signal at home.
Oh, shit. If only on YouTube you could see it.
Yeah, thank God that day will never come. Then they built a pillow fort. There seemed to be no point to that whatsoever.
That was good.
That was dry.
Because when I watch Big Brother, I always think, a lot of the time they make a house out of, like Weetos boxes or, a lot of things happen and you never see it, as we know from watching boxing. People saying, oh, I made this house, I made this thing, they never showed it. Finally we see it.
Thanks, Big Brother. Now, Heather did a little bit of gaming. She was listening outside a door, but she couldn't quite make out what they were saying. Still, nice effort.
Yeah.
Then we had the thing with the balls being dropped into the garden.
Oh,
now,
classic.
That was
classic task.
That was like another task, wasn't it? When Dan Geeson
What's the name of that task producer?
Trevor.
Give that man a whatever it is.
Hey, Trevor.
We know. We know.
We know.
We know.
So Ika stayed out there. She did her time, and she guessed the right amount of balls. Allegedly. Is there an independent adjudicator?
You'd have to be a fucking idiot to believe that.
So now we get to the crux of the matter. Ika comes out into the back garden. Conveniently, everyone else is indoors. The shutters come down. Ika comes out. Where was Ika before that? Oh, I know. In the diary and getting prepped to say everything you think right now when you go out in the garden. Make sure you say it aloud.
Oh.
The way she said on the sideshow, oh, everyone thinks Big Brother told me to do that. That was really mega defensive.
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
If you just come out of the house, it don't make any sense.
No one on the planet would come out and go, oh, Sabrina, you're this, Kenny, you're that, blah, blah, blah. Go through every single person saying what you think of it. No one would do that. That's just like ridiculous. They must think we were born yesterday.
Storylining.
It's completely
beyond.
Like what Ika actually said was quite good. It was quite dramatic. It was quite interesting. It was like soapy or like Shakespearean almost. But that was a joke. But it was.
I've heard worse on it, but.
But come on, she didn't just say all that off her own bat. It wasn't a Topaz. Topaz actually did get tricked, but There is a theme here.
I don't believe that either.
There is a theme here. Female black contestant getting fucking thrown under the Big Brother bus. You do the math. Ika was on the out anyway. Really, they just give her a little payoff, didn't they?
I suppose so, but
probably twice as much as what they told us.
Maybe the public liked her or something, but it did feel like they were just giving her a nugget on the way out, didn't it?
I liked her. So anyway, she had to either shred. There was a cheque for £5,000, or there was everyone's letters from home, and she had to shred Nicola McLean, didn't she? And at one point, she actually picked up the cheque and went to put it in the shredder. Then they cut to an advert. What did
you do? Know what? I nearly fell for it. I nearly fell for it.
But we'd already seen at the start of the show.
I was so angry. I turned around and I called Ika a fucking bitch.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah. You're spot on as ever with your analysis of the game, but not really.
Rotten. Yeah, but we already knew from the start that we'd seen everyone kicking off, didn't we? Honestly, the way those other housemates are acting when Ika was in the garden, the things that they were saying about her, they're absolutely disgusting.
What?
They were just like calling her like every name under the fucking sun.
What?
Just because they want a fucking letter from home. Fuck off. Oh, Kenny, do you miss your mummy that much? Fucking grow up, you piece of shit. And Andrew, don't tell me you've got any family members that actually speak to you, you fucking prick. Come on now.
Hang on, I haven't got any family members that speak to me. You ain't got that many either, so...
Exactly, like, I could cope without a letter from my mummy for a couple of months. Fucking grow up.
I'll pay you to redirect them.
It'd be like, dear Lindsay, why haven't you come to visit me lately? Don't you like my 5 dogs? Anyway, the way they behaved about that was absolutely despicable.
Absolutely pathetic.
I was pleased as punch. Here's something they said.
Oh, yeah?
Andrew said, you have to hold me back. Now, what does that mean?
It means you have to hold me back from stoving her head in with the...
That is a direct threat.
Kick him out.
Is that a direct threat or an indirect threat?
Nah, it's just...
You have to hold me back.
It's a whole bunch of brouhaha.
They should have come over the speaker and gone, stop that, like I heard them do before.
It's no... What's that guy's name from Big Brother USA?
Which? Oh, Willie.
Is it Technotronics?
Oh, Russell.
I don't know, but any of that lot. You eat your Fruit Loops.
So it was like, oh yeah, here's another thing they said. Shut up, you dumb bitch. That's nice.
Well...
You fucking bitch. Oh, and Ika called Alison the mole, which I thought was quite funny.
Could be.
Adele said they did a topaz on you when Ika come back in.
Do you know what?
What?
That was extremely astute of Adele, who's the least astute person we know on that show.
Like, Ika actually did look shocked when like the shutters come up and they were all looking at her, didn't she?
Well,
I don't know why.
For $5,000, I'd look shocked.
Like, the fucking animosity was bad, man. I thought
they were going to turn around and go, it's 5,000 Ugandan dollars at the end. That would have been good.
I'm calling from ITV. That's not me being racist. That's a programme that's over here.
Oh, it's one of our racist shows that we have.
He's Asian, the guy who does that.
Oh,
God's sake. Yeah, and then Sarah did that weird sticking up for everything. Oh, hold on. I want to go back a minute. Do you think it's sensible for 2 grown men to go, shut up, you dumb bitch, you fucking bitch, to a woman? I don't. No, woman. No, to anyone. They're arseholes.
How come they just showed... I know their reaction was quite strong, but it's funny how they showed it just before they'd done like a public vote.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But why Kenny and Angie think they're so fucking entitled to everything? Who do they fucking think they are? That's why I really don't want Sabrina to go up. I really want Kenny and Andrew to go up.
What's going to happen with this veto, though? What's the story with that?
So you think that whoever's got the third highest...
Third amount of vote.
That makes sense, doesn't it? I can't see how it could go any other... Because there's no one else to vote for the replacement
obviously they'll play for veto.
Yeah.
And someone can take themselves off.
And then
but
the third...
they can't... No one can choose the replacement.
But that's got to be the way they do it. There's no other way of doing it.
You would assume so, unless they did like a fresh... vote or something, but that would probably be quite hard.
No, I don't think they're bothered. Do you?
No.
Yeah. So do Kenny and Andrew really care about a letter from home that much? I don't think so. Even Peter Brown said he gives a fuck about that.
The whole thing like smelt of like production, basically.
Oh yeah. So then they did the vote. Now, who let Alison wear that necklace into the diary room? It's fucking clanging away like a cowbell. They wouldn't allow that on our one.
I thought...
And it was horrible.
I thought like a job lot of wind chimes had gone missing or something.
Have you noticed Alison hasn't had her hair curly for at least a couple of days?
I thought Marsha really should be the one to tell her about the frizzies.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would work.
That's good. So when Ika left, I noticed Andrew didn't hug her. Kenny did.
I thought most of them did. They seemed
A
to.
few did, but not all of them. When she came out, she had no stool. I was like, what the fuck? Paul gets a stool. Ika don't get a stool. But we found out she was going on the sideshow. Why do they keep changing it up from week to week?
It's to make you watch the sideshow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Because I think Ika was quite popular,
Yeah.
especially off the back of everything happening in the last
Ika.
week or two. And I bet she's kicking herself that she actually didn't put Kenny and Andrew up that time.
No shit. But I don't think it's good to keep changing the format like that. It makes people at odds and ends.
No, but I think it's like with the length of the interview that we have, like on our show, it's good to like be able to change that format if it's a boring housemate.
Yeah, that's true. So they took all the other housemates into the backyard and pretended it was like the HOH, and then told them it was the public. But I noticed that a lot of them weren't dressed for HOH, like in tracksuits.
Like when Lee Ryan was evicted and he was wearing his outdoor clothes.
So I thought that was a bit funny. Anyway, but they could have been like did that happen before or after? It could have been that one, so that'd be why. So now why don't they know how to open their own back door to the house? Arlie was trying to open it and Kenny had to...
Arlie's pretty thick. It just goes to show what a good strategist Kenny is. And it was the back door. It was the back door.
Kenny knows how to get in a back door. And then Kenny, when Arissa told them the news, Kenny gave his beard a thoughtful stroke.
Almost, well, not like Poirot, obviously. That's a moustache.
That'd be a twiddle.
It was kind of like a Machiavellian fondle, wasn't
Sabrina didn't look too happy either.
No, I had the producer, Duck Dynasty, were all over it like a rat up a drain pipe.
So that was it for the main show. So then we went on to Sideshow Bob.
I think you mean we were reduced to the sideshow.
And Peter was disparaging about the letters, which is fair enough.
Still being more polite than he was in the first episode, I think.
He's going on about strategy. Peter, you ain't got no strategy. Shut the fuck up.
I watched that fucking... Oh, sorry. I watched that fucking Shieldcast.
What were you saying sorry for?
Don't know, just sorry to Peter Brown.
Because then you just swore again.
Sorry to Peter Brown and Alec. I watched that Shieldcast. Jesus wept. It was fucking rotten.
I already talked about this on our last one. It was crap.
Well, you know, there's no...
Arseholes. Bunch of self-congratulatory arseholes.
Was there anyone likeable on it? I don't think there was.
There wasn't. McRae was actually a dick as well.
McRae kept going off.
Oh, yeah, he was like muttering.
He was definitely boozing. I think I saw him smoking a spliff at one point.
Nah.
I mean, like, we take this business pretty seriously, and we wouldn't carry on like that. He was definitely up to something.
Not on camera, we wouldn't. So, yeah, and we were thinking to ourselves, if, well, obviously Canada and the UK, and America maybe, we'll put whoever, Kenny and Sabrina or Andrew and Sabrina or whatever, they will put them up, but believe me, if the housemates get an opportunity like that to evict a big player like that, they will fucking snap it up, won't they? Blatantly.
You would have thought so.
100%.
How many percent?
Because guess what? 100. Sabrina and the first 5 can't come after us next week. Ha ha!
Are you sure, though?
Well, I suppose they could. They'll struggle, though.
How do you think you'd be on the competitions? Pretty fucked.
Pretty crap, yeah. How do you think you'd fucking be? Chain smoker.
Well, if they've got a chain smoking competition.
Well, if they've got an eating competition, I'd be alright.
Okay.
I noticed that Gary was... What's that meant to mean?
Nothing.
I noticed that Gary referred to Big Brother as she, which I quite enjoyed.
Her story.
Yeah. And I think they warned about us getting HOH-itis, which is a fair point.
It can happen to anyone, you know. Big Brother brain can strike at any time.
Give us the crown. Give us the... whatever that stick thing is.
Give us your fucking money.
Give us the... What item of furniture are we getting from the brick this week?
Hopefully not that table. We never saw the dresser.
What should we request?
Just the plasma screens.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing else really good in there. They ain't even got a fish tank.
No, you got plenty in there, but it's bucks, isn't it?
It's crap. Now, I wasn't too happy about this. Peter said, use your power wisely and vote out Sabrina. Gary said, vote out Sabrina and Andrew. This is bot-style bias.
Why are you jibbing about the sideshow being biased when... That's our stock in trade on our sideshow.
On our sideshow it is, but I've never seen the Big Brother Canada sideshow be biased.
See, Arissa keeps making comments about this.
We need a big move. Yeah,
like telling them what to do.
And
basically.
she said the power's been on one side for too long. That ain't up to you to decide that.
And also, going back to this thing where Ika did the Topaz episode, I don't think that's right. It's like when Zingbot told Andy he was a floater. People were saying, "Oh, it's great that she told them like where to stick it and all this." But also, she's reinforcing the game that they're playing.
Yeah,
by
you're right.
Outlining how people outside think about them, and when they go up on the block off the back of Canada, they're gonna have to switch their game up, which I think is unfair.
Because you said they said, "Oh, Ika blew up everyone's game," but she didn't. She just reinforced what everyone's game was.
Exactly.
Anyway, I think that was a bit biased, and I don't really agree with that. So then we saw this task producer dude, Trevor, who you spotted was the voice of Marsha. So we think he did sound a bit like him. He said the words literally and farting, which could pretty much sum up Big Brother Canada 2 in one season.
No, it's the language is a bit more spicy on the after show than it was on the.
Oh, was it? What did they say?
Is it on like Slice +1 or Slice
on like
HD?
11. It's probably on like 11 or something. And then we had Ika was interviewed. I thought Ika looked really nice. She came across really well, and she said they did put me up on the block. That sounds nice.
Fair enough.
They were fixing to put her up on the block, and what? Oh yeah, then Ika was going, Big Brother didn't make me say that. I said it off my own back.
Oh.
A gun pointed to her head was just out of shot.
Fucking hell, Ted moves in mysterious ways, doesn't he?
Then Peter got stuck in, called her a chick, which I didn't approve of, and then said
she's been a right knob.
And then he said she was all sass and no substance, and Ika rolled her eyes at him, which was quite good.
Yeah, I wish he stoved his head in.
Yeah, and then and then it was the goodbye messages. Why does Kenny always do a snarky goodbye message? That's not a good strategy. What if someone comes back in?
Why does he always call Arissa Treasure?
Hey, Treasure. He's a slime ball.
I'll tell him off. I'll give him a verbal warning.
She had a go. Who was it? Someone said she looked pretty and she rolled her eyes. Ali. It was Ali. You should take a compliment graciously, Arissa. You don't look pretty. So anyway.
Not off Ali.
Ali's a twat. Yeah, but Kenny's always he said in his goodbye message, he said...
You know why?
What?
Because he's gay, he can get away with it.
He said to Ika, I despise you as a person. Like, those are strong words.
If you're watching this now, I despise you as a person. That's good.
Well, Kenny, I think you're an absolute bearded cunt, closet case, wanker. If I can think you're it, you ain't shit, so fuck off.
He ain't no closet case. But
he is in there.
I was wondering, if Adele becomes the new Chevrolet power shooter in the house,
yeah,
will Kenny join in with the homophobic banter for a vote? He might do, He might do. Anything's possible.
I doubt it.
Will he pull his beard away and actually be Jeremy Beadle?
Imagine if he pulled his beard off and went, I'm gay!
Imagine if he pulled the beard off and it was Tom.
I miss Tom. That's how bad this year is.
I know, but he's the same as Tom. I think it's Andrew is like basically the same person.
No, Angie's horrible. Tom.
You said what?
What?
Tom is an arsehole.
I know, but at least Tom was like mildly amusing because he was such a douche. Andrew's like just wrong. He's just horrible. He makes me sick. His little ears and and that tattoo. Oh God, sickening.
Well.
So who do you think Canada will put up?
Well, I said Kenny and Andrew. You looked at some scuttlebutt on internet, and you said it's Sabrina and Andrew.
Yeah, it looked like it.
So, Gary...
It was like Sabrina 35, Andrew 35, Kenny 17%. He was the closest behind.
Is that official?
So that's good. So if Sabrina and Andrew were put up, and one of them won the veto, Kenny would get put up by Kenny.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
But I think they want Kenny in there. I think production wants him in,
I do too. But I think they're ready to get rid of Sabrina or Andrew. And
you know what? From the way they were beeping out their bad language, even though the show was supposedly live, it obviously wasn't. And
no, that bit ain't live, I don't think.
Oh, what?
Oh no, that bit wasn't. No, yeah, gone. You thought they called it a racist name?
No, well, I did think that, but that's just my imagination. But you made me forget what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So that's it, I think. We can actually look on Twitter for once, because I think you can still vote for this is pointless because you'll listen to this whenever you want, but you can still vote for a couple of hours or something. Get proxies. Vote for Kenny and Andrew. Get proxies. We got one. Is that a secret?
Not now.
We're sponsored by... Which proxy did we use? Anyway, they shouldn't have those things on the internet if you're not to use them. Oh, hold on, that argument doesn't stand up for other things. No. Anyway, Follow.
For all your illegal needs on the internet, just go to
What?
BigBrotherBar.com.
So follow James on Twitter, Big Brother Bar. Follow me on Twitter, LightUpVM, and go on our Facebook page, Big Brother Bar. And if you want to listen to another
Bit fusty on there.
If you want to listen to another podcast about Big Brother Canada from some more people who don't like it, listen to Sister Speak. They're really cool. And they swear less on us.
Oh, yeah? What other podcasts you been listening to?
Rob has a podcast, but it sounds like he ain't even watching it.
Well,
Brian has to do all the legwork for him.
He's got his lackey there to do it for him.
I don't say that about him. He's nice.
Oh, I like Brian. He's cool.
But like he's literally getting the names wrong. He hasn't got a fucking clue.
Why is it named after Rob when it's Brian that's doing all the work?
Megalomaniac.
I think you might
It's
be
not
right.
like us. Our podcast is equal.
One award and...
We're egalitarian on our podcast, aren't we?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I even changed the name
What does that even
on...
mean?
Equal. I even changed the name on...
Equal to what?
Each other.
Oh, right.
I even changed the
Good
name...
as you.
I even changed the name on Spreaker to Big Brother Bar instead of Light at Virgin Mary.
Oh. Do you know what?
You gonna start crying?
Nah, fuck that. But Emily Pankhurst, eat your heart out.
Fuck off. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back when? Don't know.
Fuck knows.
Next week sometime. Don't spoil me on Twitter, although, yeah, don't anyway.
Don't phone in. It's just for fun.
And use your vote wisely, Big Brother. You are HOH. Don't get HOHItis, and don't wear the black underpants.
And don't do a dusting.
Never.
And don't do a topaz either.
And don't know.
Just don't.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.